All is well. And all is in divine order. I keep reminding myself that what seemed like yesterday really was yesteryears ago. I don't know if you understand that. And it's not Bible talk. Because someone asked me the other day, when did your twin Lynn make her transition? And I said, it's just a couple years ago. But on this day, 10 years ago, I had the most shocking, daunting, unexpected, shaking, almost breaking announcement from my sister Deborah. She said, Lynn didn't make it. I said, what are you talking about? And we raced from Detroit on the east side all the way to Canton. We went in the house. Police said you can't go there. At this point, we don't know what happened. So I picked him up and I moved him out of my way. And all I saw was the body of my twin sister. And see, what was so alarming about this is that we were just on the phone 2 days ago talking about how we were going to plan out our 50th birthday. And we're going to take some time because she was a nurse at U of M Hospital. And I'm an administrator at Oakland University. And so we're always busy. You know what I mean? But we were talking about, we're going to be months away from our 50th birthday. Let's do something. Let's do something big. And there she was. That lifeless body just laying on the floor of her condominium. All I could do on that winter day was just walk away and say, all is well. All is well, and all is in divine order. Because I don't know if you ever had anybody that's that close to you, that feels what you feel, that hurt when you hurt. That's the kind of bond between twins. So all I could do was turn to my faith and say, all is well. And all is in divine order. And so when we say, let there be peace on earth as there is in heaven, I know that we're both united on earth and in heaven. So I want us to all rise today, because there is no sadness in me today. I'm rejoicing. I'm rejoicing in the spirit that has kept me at a high level for all of my life. But I know for the past 10 years, I've been blessed by an angel. Because I'm not this good. And I'm not great. But when I'm elevated by an angel, a spirit that's greater than me, I really do know. And I see it manifested, that I can do all things through the Christ that lives in me, through me, and as me. So Renaissance Julie, all is well and all is in divine order. Let there be peace on earth as there is in heaven. For this is the day that the Lord has made. Thank you. Love you too. It's powerful today. It's so very, very powerful today is. The potential and the potentiality of today is something that I stand on each and every morning. And so when people say affectionately, lovingly, sorry for your loss, I say, celebrate my gain. Celebrate my gain on this day. And so I don't know if you can relate to this, but sometimes you come to a point on the journey when you just have a made-up mind. I don't know if you ever had a made-up mind when you made up your mind that no matter what happens, it just happened. No matter what is, it is. But no matter what happens, I got a made-up mind that this is my time to shine. Can you relate to that? I don't care what they say about me. I don't care what they do. I got a made-up mind, and because I have that made-up mind, I don't mind what's going on around me because it's not happening in me. And with that power, that grace, that mercy, I can move mountains. Repeat after me. God's grace, God's mercy, God's goodness is me. I am united with the Christ. And it's through the Christ that I can do all things. You may be seated. So I got this made-up mind. And I had this made-up mind some weeks ago. This is going to be the best holiday season ever, the best Advent season ever, the best Christmas season ever. And so I've gone overboard. I'm up to 14 inflatables in the yard now. 14 inflatables, and Leah keeps saying, no, 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 not another one. And lights everywhere. But I'm lighting up the path forward. Every day, my life is interjected with stories. And as much as I try to walk away from those stories, everybody's got to try to pour a little bit of negativity into me. You know what I'm saying? I wake up every day and I'm blessed and highly favored, filled with the Spirit. You know what I mean? And then somebody tries to pour a little negativity inside of me. Oh, you're smiling too much. We're seeing too many of those teeth. So let's pour a little negativity into you. I know you're a man of faith, but let's pour a little negativity into you. And so when you have that made-up mind, you need to have tools, symbols to let you know that it's your time to shine. It's your time to celebrate. And so now every time I pull up to the house, I'm seeing all these inflatables and all these lights, and I get so excited because I'm a big kid. But the thing about the big kid is receptive and open, available for newness, for creativity, for innovation. And so when we stop being a kid, we close the door on all those elements that allow change. And so I always tell myself, maybe this day is not by power. Maybe this day is not by might, but certainly on every day, it's by the Spirit. And I'm moving, I'm believing, and I'm having my being. So I'm one of those people, Brett, I still believe in miracles. Does anybody here still believe in miracles? I still believe in the miraculous. And I still believe in the miraculous overtaking, overturning, defeating the obstacles, the odds, the challenges. I believe in miracles. And there's something about me that every step of the way of this life journey at this point in my life, I'm seeing miracles manifested. Not just for me, but for other people. And I want more. And so we come to this day and we say, let there be peace on earth as there is in heaven. And we shout it out, let there be peace. And we act like peace is elusive. It's not near. You know that near-field technology now, when you go to the grocery store, you don't even have to stick the credit card in the slot. Just get near. Near field. And so I'm believing that I'm near field with my faith so high. If I get near the field, this vibrational energy, this vibrational force will pull me forward into something better. And that's where I'm at today. Not by faith, not by might, but by the Spirit. I still believe beyond understanding. Most of us have to have that understanding, don't we? We have to know the how. If I don't know the how, I won't go. If I don't know the clear-cut directions, I will not go. Isn't that most of us? I need to know the how before I take off. Before you get caught up in buying presents, I want you to get caught up in the presence of the Christ. Can we do this? Before you get caught up in the shopping spree and buying presents, let's get caught up in the presence of the Christ, in you, through you, who is you. I was stuck in traffic the other day, running to a meeting late as usual. There's something about me, my DNA, that I'm tardy. But I'm stuck in traffic. And I guess Cher has a new album out. You know, Cher's about, what, 70, 80, 90, 100? But Cher has this new album out. So they're doing an interview of her, and all that's playing behind her is this song. There's really a song that's asking questions. It may be metaphysical, the song by Cher. And so the song kept saying, do you believe in love after love after love after love? Do you believe in love after love after love after love? Y'all know that song? Do you believe in love after love after love after love? That's how it goes. Not quite. I don't have that little pitch voice like her, but the song is asking us a question. We're made in the Spirit through the energy of love. But after all you've been through, all you've seen, do you still believe in love? After love? After love? That doesn't seem to work out? That doesn't unfold the way you wanted to have it unfold? Do you still believe in love after love after love? Meaning that love never ceases. Love is always present. Love is always available. I could have gave you the Luther Vandross song and said, the power of love. And do you believe in the power of love? But the question really is today, after all you've been through, after all you've seen, will you open up and be receptive to love? Will you love? Will you be an agent of love? Because when we talk about having that peace, peace is about seeing love in yourself, the person next to you, everywhere. Look at the person next to you and say, I see love in you. If you had told me that the way you told the person next to you right then, I would have said, well, I must be lukewarm love. So look at them and make them feel confident in the fact that you see this vibrational force, this energy of love in them. Tell them, I see love in you. Love goes through all kinds of iterations. All kinds of iteration, just like us. We go through all kinds of iterations, all kinds of transitions. And that's similar to what Charles Fillmore says. Charles Fillmore says that all of us go through a process of generation, degeneration, regeneration. Did you get that? Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, says we go through a process of generation, degeneration, and regeneration. Come on now with me. Let's say that with me. Generation, degeneration, regeneration. That's us. Now, he's saying it in the context of whenever you pick up the Bible or read anything spiritual, you should see yourself in that story. Every character in the Bible, you should see yourself in it. And you see yourself being generated by the presence, the generosity of God, everything needed, necessary inside of you as you arrived here, everything within you. And then we go through this process of what? Degeneration. Degeneration, why? We break down. We break down, and what happens? We break down and then we detach. And all of a sudden, faith is standing on trial. And the Lord is asking you, do you solemnly swear still to live by the truth and nothing but the truth? And you bag away still. Degeneration. After all you've learned, you decide to digress. Degeneration. And then you spend a lifetime when there's this awakening that there's got to be something better. Peace, be still. Hold tight. I need love. I need joy. I need peace. I need faith. I need prosperity. So hold up. How do I get there? What's the road? And all of a sudden, the rest of your life is a regeneration process. What do you think about that? That's my story. That's my story. And it's yours too. That's why you're here. On a cold Sunday morning in December, on the 10th day, you're here because you're in the process of regeneration. And so let's go with this. Peace, be still. Can you say that? Peace, be still. Stop avoiding me. Stop eluding me. Be still. So we come to the place where then the question becomes, how do we get peace to stand still for us? How do we get peace to always be present in our mind, our body, our experiences? How do we get there? Comes the question. And that's the thing. What we say, we have to understand our purpose. When we understand the purpose, we understand our provision. But you have to understand the purpose to know the provision. Purpose, provision. Can we say that? Purpose, provision. Now, here we are. We're here to embrace. Can we say embrace? We are here to embrace the vibrational frequency within us, to surrender to the next stage of our own unfolding. But it's within a deep and abiding trust that we live in this progressive universe and a presence that is never, can we say never? Absent from us. Now that sounds good. Read that one more time to yourself. I want to just teach a little bit this morning. Not a lot. Not a lot. Now, can I interpret this for you? Can I interpret it for you? Let's go, Donnie. Let's go to the next one. Now, if we were to closely examine this, here we go. We are here to embrace. Embrace means what? To let love in. Remember we talked about let last week? Liberate, embrace, transform. Let, embrace means you're going to love it. Embrace means that I'm going to put a hug around and say, this is mine, this is mine. It's mine to have, to possess. Embrace that vibrational frequency. Remember, we can perform at a low vibrational frequency or a high. Your higher self is at a high vibrational frequency. When are we at a low vibrational frequency? When there's fear. It's fear. Have you noticed when you're in a state of fear, it can lead to depression? What is depression again? Depression is me thinking I'm having trouble expressing my divine self. Whenever we feel, sense that something's missing, that we're not being heard, we get into the state of fear. it can lead to depression because I don't have the ability to express my higher self, this frequency within us, and to surrender. Surrender is what? Release and let go. We're holding on to something that no longer serves us at our highest self. What is that for you that you're holding on to? Because the next stage is our unfolding. And what is our unfolding? There's something within each and every one of us. Unfolding, there's something that we're supposed to produce. There's something authentic and is good about us that we're supposed to share. We're supposed to show up as in the world. Surrender. To release and let go of those things that no longer serve us. Unfolding is something within us, within a deep and abiding trust that we live in a progressive universe. The question always comes down to how much do you trust God? How much do you trust your faith? How much do you trust the principles? It always comes down to that. Because you react. And when you react to any situation, it tells the story. It tells the true story. It's like a book with a cover. You don't know what's inside, but you know it's got pages inside of that book, right? But it's not until you open it up and you see what happens as you turn those pages and the story is revealed. The characters are revealed. That's what this is all about. Trust. Can you do a trust walk? Trusting all the way. That's the challenge. It's the opportunity. Can you trust that we live in a progressive universe? Progressive universe means that it's constantly evolving, it's constantly changing. You're not the same person you were yesterday and yesteryear. You're different. Maybe slightly, but you're different. And you just look at yourself, and you see it. And it's revealed in your thoughts, in your words, in your behaviors. You're different. You don't do the things that you used to do, right? Right? I hope you don't. Some of you are hanging on to it. Are you still going to a nightclub at 60 or 70? Rocking it at the club. But there's some things that we don't do. And some things that we grow out of. We grow away from. But there's some things that we cling on to that it's time to let go because we live in this progressive universe. And the universe is constantly calling us forward, saying there's something better, something greater. And it's in this holiday season that we see Mary and Joseph approached individually by an angel, Gabriel. And Gabriel is whispering in a dream to both of them, saying, I got something for you. It's bigger. It's better. But it's going to shake up the world. It's going to start with shaking up your norm, your standards, your expectations. But will you go on the journey? Yes, I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to elevate you. Plans to prosper you. Plans to give you an excellent, great life. But will you come on the journey? Each one of them had reservations. Joseph is saying, I'm in a relationship. I'm engaged to a virgin. And now she's telling me that she's with child. What are my boys going to think about this? They ain't going to be buying that. And then she, a teenager, pregnant. How are you going to tell anybody that story? It just happened. I'm carrying a miracle. And everybody look at you, Michael, like, come on, dude. But when we talk about miracles, aren't miracles manifested and called miracles because at first they were unbelievable, undoable, unachievable, beyond human comprehension? Isn't that a miracle? So my question to you, and I'm off script right now because I want to ask you this question, is why are you asking for the natural things when God is in the big things, better things, the miraculous, the miracles? And you're saying, Lord, just wake me up today. Just wake me up. Lord, just give me strength to make it through another day. And you get it. And so you just survive. Survive through the day. And I ask you the question, Brett, what's going on? And you tell me, same thing, different day. It's a progressive universe. And the universe wants you to make progress through it. Not just stand still and let everything evolve around you. Things are changing around you constantly. And so the universe is saying, go on the journey. Mary, Joseph, trust and believe. It will work out. And that's where we find ourselves, in awkward situations, but not understanding that the miraculous and the miracles can happen. Richard Rohr said something. He's one of my favorite authors, and I know Linda's one of yours too. But he said something. To understand the gospel in its radical, transformational power, we have to stop counting, measuring, and weighing. We have to stop saying, I deserve, and deciding who's do not deserve. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean? To understand the gospel, now understand what gospel means. Gospel means what? That's a group, isn't it? Gospel truth.
Yes, it is.
Gospel means good news. Can we say that? Good news. Gospel means good news. So he says to understand the good news in its radical, transformative power, we have to stop counting what we have, what Reverend Wilma has, what Brett has. We have to stop measuring what we have, and we have to stop weighing what we have, or how big we are, how small we are. And we have to stop saying, I deserve. Why do we say I deserve better? Now, why do we say that? I deserve better. Don't you hear that? All the time, somebody in a predicament and say, I deserve better. I know I deserve better. I'm not making the kind of money I want to. I'm not in the kind of job I want. I'm not in the kind of relationship that I want. I deserve better. Like it's a declaration of a new independence. But see, you're supposed to have better. I told you, you were placed here. Everything was inside of you. You created for greatness. And you're saying, I deserve, like you're still trying to convince yourself. And so that's where we come back to principles. And we say, you need to stop judging. Judging yourself by some different standard is not appropriate. So Richard Rohr is saying, get ready for the good news. The good news of Advent season, that you can have peace, and peace can be still for you, but you have to understand that the world that you're in right now, in your little sliver of the world, your little lane of the world, there's all kind of lanes around you. There's all kind of potential around you. But you got to move out of that lane, out of that world that you find yourself fixated with. Your present perception is not the last word. And you're holding on to what you know and who you are. You're surviving. But in that survival process, it's killing you to hold on to what no longer serves you. Think about that. All the energy on relationships that no longer serve you. All the energy on jobs that are not fulfilling to you. All the energy on the idea of I'm broke, and that's the way it's supposed to be. What's that old song? And that's the way it is. It's like that, and that's the way it is. No, it's not. It's not. If it's like that, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Can we say that? It's not like that. And that's not the way it is. And so what we do is we move, we shift. Can we say shift? Come on, you heard us say before, shift happens. Can we say that shift happens? shift happens, and shift has to be initiated by us, because if the shift is going to happen, we have to be in a shifting mode. And so we get in the shifting mode when we get into the ideology of grow, develop, unfold. Can we say that? Grow, develop, unfold. Now let's sound like you're ready to just shift to a higher gear, a higher frequency, and let's say grow, develop, unfold. Oh, and so this is the next level. This is the next level of thinking and going through the Advent season to the birth of Christ, the Christ that is within you. This is the time. And so we pull ahead. There is an angel. There's a North Star trying to get you to pull forward out of that rut that you're in, out of that mindset, out of those thoughts. As a man or woman think it. Say that for those who are neophytes in this. As a man or woman think it, so is he or she. So as I think about myself, I am that I am. And so the idea is we think about ourselves at a higher level. The North Star that's pulling you forward, it says, I have something better for you. Mary, Joseph, there's something greater than you that you're supposed to unfold. And it's in this season that we begin to unfold the miracles that's within us. Peace. Be still. Can we say that? Peace, be still. As the baby awakens us with her cry, it's the call to move forward. See, Lynn's transition was an awakening time for me. It was one of the times in my life where I had to be very reflective. It's one of those times when I said, all is well and all is in divine order. Because now I know just how precious life is. And it's that thought, that moment, where we come into this stage of knowing that every minute matters. And everything that enters into our mind, it matters. And so now I become the master of my mind. And becoming the master of my mind means that I'm going to manage what I allow into my mind. If those things that people are trying to pour into me, Adam, are not going to fuel me to get to the higher level, I'm not going to let it in. And so I'm becoming a master at managing the manure. A master of managing the manure. What does that mean? A little less negativity. For some of us, that means turn the station. Because what you're listening to, what you're watching, it's making you scared. And it's placing you into that lower energy field. And so you buy into the notion the world is bad. My world is not bad. On what could be labeled the worst day of my life, every year, it's the best day of my life. I'm celebrating. This morning I got up early in the morning. Well, I really didn't go to bed. But I got up, walked around my house, looked at every one of those inflatables. Then I walked around the block. All I had on was a t-shirt. And I didn't realize it, but something was pulling me forward. It was the energy of Lynn. Saying all is well and all is in divine order. My passing was a moment for you to pass on to a higher level of thought and consciousness. Catch up with me, little brother. I love you. So focus Focus your faith. And when you focus that faith, tell yourself that I still believe in miracles. I still believe in love. I still believe in peace. I still believe in joy. I still believe in prosperity. Can we say an affirmation together? Just clear your mind right now. I don't want this to be a superficial experience for you, where you just say, Reverend Glenn told me to say an affirmation, I'm going to say an affirmation. Whatever. This is an affirmation that I've been saying for some years, 7 years, on December 10th. Just repeat after me. Can we do it in my cadence? I think y'all know by now I'm a high energy type person, right? Can you figure that out? I don't like this. Kind of like 24/7. It annoys Leah sometimes. She wants to just chill. I have a made-up mind to manifest my miracle. I have a made-up mind to manifest my miracle. Let's do this again. And this time, let's personalize it. When you say my, this is about you. You are the mind. You are the I am. Now, can we do that? I have a made-up mind to manifest my miracle. I can, I will, I must manifest my miracle. All things are working for my good. I have peace in the perfect world that I am perfecting. And so it is. So it is. Amen. Renaissance Shooting, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So thanks for having me this morning. Walk by faith, not by sight.